Just going a little bit deeper into the job creation piece. Now, as I mentioned earlier, that each and every EB-5 applicant is required to create at least 10 full-time jobs. Now, if you go the direct investment route, you have an obligation to create and maintain those 10 full-time jobs until you get your permanent green card. And if you do a regional center investment, then the regional center and the developer have the burden, but you're the one who still has to show the proof that those jobs were indeed created from your $500,000 investment. And again, in a regional center framework, the regional centers and the developers will provide you with those types of documentation. And if you might notice in the first bullet point there that every EB-5 applicant shall be required to create or preserve at least 10 full-time jobs. The preserve piece comes in when, say, an investor does not necessarily invest into a new business. Perhaps they invest into an existing business. Now, an existing business may qualify for an EB-5 given that it's a troubled business. So say if you rescue a business that's in the danger of closing or that's been in losses for a number of years and it's in danger of losing jobs. And let's say if there's a hotel and perhaps in Southern California where I live. In fact, I'm actually talking from a real world example where there was an Egyptian client who identified a property in California that was in losses and it was in danger of shutting down, and they were going to lose about 10 or 12 full-time jobs because of that. So they came in and they actually rescued that property and put in new management and did some other things that turned the whole business around. And instead of creating 10 new jobs, they actually saved 10 or 12 existing jobs, and that helped them qualify for an EB-5. Now, they did that through the direct EB-5 route, but again, there's obviously a level of risk that they took on when they rescued a troubled business. They actually ended up putting in more than $500,000, and they did have about 25 plus years of experience back in their home country in running hotels and motels, and they had a very strong support system in place here in California. So I think that contributed immensely to their success. So again, going back to my initial thought about direct investments, they're doable, but they're challenging. But if you have the right strategies and solutions in place, they can definitely work.